Hello, everyone. This is the next day for the 7-day Creative Momentum Challenge. And we're getting started. And welcome to the 7-day Creative Momentum Challenge. Welcome, women creatives. And I'm very glad you're here joining me during this challenge. Uh, the whole purpose of this challenge is I realized through my own life that I have we have ups and downs and changes, uh, interruptions in life. We're going to be working on a creative project, have to stop. Then when we go back to work on it again, have to figure out where was I, my thoughts, and how am I going to get myself inspired again? And so this challenge was birthed from that. And I hope it helps you. Let's get started. This day, we're talking about creating a story template. Creating a template begins to help you build a system. That one template can become many templates, many posts, many stories, uh, many graphics, just because you created a template and you're not starting from scratch. So this day we're talking about building a story template and how doing that can also help with momentum. It can also help with saving time, with workflow. That one right there is a big one for me, saving time for workflow. Because then it gives me more time to create more of my handmade artwork rather than developing my ads and promos and things of that sort. I can just add the information in, add a picture or two in, and then I'm done. What makes it work? Well, so vertical composition is uh, kept away from the top and bottom edges, whatever it is you're making. Uh, make it a reusable structure. So a frame, a color block, you can just swap in and out frames, the picture frames in Canva, uh, image frames rather. Make sure there's room for interaction, whether you want to add a poll in this one-time questions, if you want it to be a slider, whatever it is you want, but make sure you have enough room to update it with more of your content because remember, it's a template. And where does it come from? What do you post stories most often about? And do they work? And that's a whole nother story. But you always want to think about, well, what are you posting? And start from there. What do you want to post? What does your audience want to hear? What do they respond most engage with? And today's twist for the handmade item is you're going to scan a hand-painted texture strip as a decorative divider. Or you can photograph a handwritten note as a reoccurring sticker element, or you can use a handmade paper or fabric texture as your background. So if you're a paper creator, uh, or if you make ephemera and you like the junk journal look, you can layer up and make it very textured looking, and that becomes your background. And that's what the assignment is for today, is to create a reusable story template using at least one handmade signature element. And it doesn't have to be the whole background. It could just be something small that becomes a sticker element or an underline or a highlight or something to that effect. You're going to decide your most common story use case because this is a template. You're going to photograph or scan your handmade element. You're going to build your template at the 1080-1920 size. And this is very important because this is the story size, the real size, REEL size. And you're going to save it as and reuse it. Test it with one piece of real content and see if it works. And there are different ways to create a story template in Canva. Open up the blank document and you just start from there and start adding your elements in. You can look under the Canva templates and in the search, put story, and you'll find a whole host of templates that will pop up that you can use and change and customize. You can add a prompt to Canva AI and it'll generate it for you, or just use your own artwork. Scan it or photograph it, upload it, and start that way. No matter what, though, you want this 1080 pixels by 1920 pixels size. And these are some of the prompts that I made. And I'll show you what it generated also. The first one is bright, it's pink and blue, it's oversized topography. I even tell it about drop shadows, layered translucent shapes, glossy text effects. The more descriptive you are, the better your AI will generate. This one is tropical, paper cut layouts. You'll see it. This one has overlapping 3D accents, layered highlights, and so on. And then at the bottom is the base prompt for it. And you just add your information in, replacing the orange text, and develop your own prompt that way. This is the tropical one. And what I did is, this is how it started. This is what that prompt generated. Everything on here is editable. The leaves, the squiggly lines, the words, the background behind the words. You see it has drop shadow effects. The background itself, I can detach the background and then change it or update it or use that background on something else as well. Then I added more information in the Canva AI and I asked it to do this. So now this is how it becomes a template. You have the first one, and then your next page could be something else in the story lineup. And then you can also add something else. And this is just the Canva frame. You can add a picture. You can add an actual story in this frame, and that can be what actually plays, and you still have your background. That's another way. So keep branding, or to keep a collection the same. And this time I just put a screen, a phone screen, and so you could put your video right in there and it plays right from there. This is the second one. This is what the AI generated. All these are movable. The words are editable. The letters, it's all editable. And Canva AI is really good. After that, I actually put this information in. I made that main graphic smaller, so you can move them around, make them smaller, change your wording. Same thing, I just put a image frame, so that way I can always add in my image and it's ready. The background is there. And this is just the plain background. So if I wanted to, I could add other frames in there and make it something completely different. But this alone saves a lot of time. And so in the next video, I will be showing you how to create a planner page and bringing life into order. And of course, there are always many different ways to create a planner page in Canva. Some people are using all different types of AI generators like ChatGPT or Claude or others to create planner pages. Canva AI also does that too. And same thing, you need to be very descriptive and clear as to what you want, and it will add it. You make it an editable template, just like these other designs that we're making for this challenge, and it saves you time in your workflow. Thank you for joining me, and see you at the next session. Day 4, create a planner page.